Are we live?
Yeah, we know that. And this shit we gonna see you live at this point. Okay.
I never seen my screen like this.
This is actually.
Oh, we're on it. Can they hear us?
Yeah.
How do you know they can hear us?
It's just shit. They can hear us?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they can hear us. This is live. You don't give me something like that. Okay, we're live.
Okay, live, and live, and now you live. What is this stuff? Okay, see. That's a sexy look right there. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. So we're here on the Level Show with my marketing director, editor, nephew, Leonardo's auntie, with my beautiful daughter that's supposed to be working on the other channel, but that's not. And we are here because we talk.
Yeah, we're talking. We're talking it out on the level.
Yeah.
Talking it out.
Yeah, we're gonna talk it out on the Level Show. So woo woo woo. And they have some questions. So who wants to go first?
Question.
Who wants to go first?
We have questions?
Oh no, see, she's giving that look.
Yeah.
You gotta move the camera down.
I can't. You don't like that, Evan?
Question about what? Sex?
Yes. Mm.
Oh.
Okay, that's not the light in here.
We should get
Over this way a little. There you go. Okay.
Oh, I just knocked it.
That's fine.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll be prepared and then I'm going to ask questions. That's why he's here. Go ahead. You ask first.
All right. I had a question for her, you know.
Yeah,
She didn't really get into too much detail, but she kind of did, but you know, it's still a good question.
Okay.
How do you feel about
Thank you.
sex work?
Sex work?
Yeah,
Like prostitution?
prostitution.
Pornos?
Yeah, might as well. Just everything. Put it out. There you go.
Okay, so I have a two-part. Like I was telling you, I have a two-part to this question. I don't agree with it. That would be my normal statement. I don't agree with it.
In what sense do you not agree with it?
I just don't feel like we should show our body or downgrade our body and who we are. You know, because people don't respect us as it is as women. Like, women have it hard regardless. And we, you know, they, always got something to say, and we, then we use our body all the time. And I'm like, I want people to respect us. Like, even when in videos, it's like always the video vixens, or they're the hoes, or they're the bitches, or they're this. There's all these different names, and I just don't like that. So that's one of the reasons why I really just don't like that, because then people look at us in that sense of we need to be able to live with the hype of this sexual fantasy that some other woman have created.
Yeah.
Then my other guys are saying, I really don't care. Do what you gotta do, make your money. Because at the end of the day, there's plenty of women that have sex with everybody and ain't getting a dime. You might as well get paid for what you're doing.
That is true.
It's not like, oh, women only have sex with the men that they're in a relationship with or anything like that. They're doing it to everybody, and it's okay. So since they're okay with it, then get some money with it. Why are you having sex and not get paid? So that's why I said mine is a two-part of that question, which they like contradict each other.
Slight, ever so slightly.
Yeah.
It's just a tad bit, contradiction.
It's a contradiction, but it is what it is. Like, you can't stop people from doing what they do. So you might as well just say, I'd rather you get paid to have sex than you just giving it up to everybody for no reason whatsoever. and you're not building a relationship, you're not building anything, you're just having sex. They're doing orgies, they're doing all kinds of stuff, menage a trois, they're doing all kinds of stuff. Now, so why not get paid for what you do? That's to me on that conversation. But you guys have an opinion, please, like, type it down below. Let us know, because I'm just saying, this is my point of view. Does not make it law, it is just my opinion.
Opinion.
My opinion.
Your opinion.
My opinion. I know my opinion is law, but I mean, it's
It is law.
yeah, my opinion is law. You know, I don't have an opinion on it, it does not happen. Because that's how we roll.
That's how you feel.
Feel.
I mean, that's the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling about it. It's the truth. And the truth should set you free.
I feel free.
That was my preaching moment.
Yes. It's not your Sunday.
That's what I gotta do. So, okay. What you got to say? Any question on that?
How do you feel about the situation?
What's your opinion?
About people having sex or work sex with whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Honestly, I think it's like, I don't think it's cool, but I think it's cool. Like if you can make money for having sex, I think that's kind of cool. Like, I don't know. Like honestly, I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't encourage nobody to do it. But people who do it, like they be making money off of having sex. I just be like, okay, well, do what you gotta do.
You think that's cool?
I don't think it's cool. Like I don't think it's cool. Like okay, let me say this. Like you do it on like camera and stuff like that. I don't think it's cool. But I mean, if you're making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for one video, that's when you making money. So it's cool. But like prostitutes and stuff, I don't agree with it. But you gotta do. You're making money. I mean, that's how you want to make money. That's on you. But I mean, I think it's not cool. But I think it's like. It's cool that you can make money, like a lot of money by just having sex. Okay.
You said a lot.
Did you fully cover that though? How you feel about prostitution?
Prostitution, I mean, like I said, when I was younger, it didn't look a feeling like when you see prostitutes, they don't look like they're living a glamorous life, you know? It look like I'm on drugs trying to make money to get my fix. So that's not glamorous to me. That does not move. But when you see the ones that have the madam and stuff, not the pimps, the madam, and you in this hotel, and you live in a large, and you that looks more glamorous.
Being the kingpin.
Yeah, or like the Bunny Ranch, not the Bunny Ranch, whatever it's called in Vegas. That almost looks more glamorous. Not something I would want to do. But it looks more glamorous. And then they say you can make money, if you work there like 2 or 3 years, you can make money where you don't have to ever work again. Off of just 2 or 3 years of schooling. And people are schooling for 10, 20 years, all the time. They still struggling. Barely paying their rent, and they homeless and staying at their friends' house and stuff. And these people, they just, 2 or 3 years, you making millions. To set you for a lifetime, you can't beat that.
Honestly, 2 years? I don't know if I want to be doing that for 2 years though.
I don't think they got one for me. I just know the women.
No, I'm just saying, like, as a
The
woman.
women don't have to really pay for it.
I feel like that's a strenuous 2 years though.
Not if you're doing it all the time anyway.
True.
Because some people are nymphos. And nymphos, they can do it all the time. 10 to 12 hours.
But then at the same time, then what if like, it's just like, I know, but you gotta do the job. You know?
No, I don't get what you're saying.
Like, oh, that is just so appalling, the person. Or you just,
Oh, you're not attracted to the person?
not even that, you're finding just, it's beyond unattractiveness, it's just repulsive.
I don't know. Do you get beat if you don't do it, or do you? I don't know.
You're missing out on your 2-year freedom time, I guess.
You're missing out on what they're paid.
I guess. What's the point of the 2 years? And you got a certain amount? Like, how does that work?
It depends on the person, how much they pay for you.
Yeah, I'm saying it, but
Like some people don't pay, I'm just giving numbers, I don't know, so some people might pay 100. Then there's some people that's gonna pay 1,000. And some people pay 10,000. That's why one night, 20,000, and you might not have to have sex with them.
Yeah.
They just got a fetish.
Mhm.
So you put the 20,000 and a couple thousand and that 10,000 and that $100. That calculate you missing a day is not really the same as you missing a day of work
It's not a-
and you live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like some people are. I feel like there's levels of prostitution.
Well, but prostitution is totally different than like being at a ranch or being with a madam.
That's more control.
Yeah, and you get more money, and they usually have higher clientele. Prostitution, you can $10, you can get a blowjob for $10.
Yeah. And then at the same time, like, I understand prostitution, but I feel like right now we're in a time where if I were to pursue being someone like a pimp, I wouldn't even prostitute. I'd be like, get my girls right. Like, we starting Instagram, we starting OnlyFans.
You can't do OnlyFans anymore.
No, speaking of OnlyFans, they recently pulled back. They're trying to get their people back.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna say. They got some OnlyFans out there.
We're starting a social media campaign. We're getting everything on.
You just doing everything at home.
And then so
Anybody can do that. That's the thing what I can say. That's probably more on the pleasurable side because where people like my size wouldn't be able to go to those ranches and all that. You can do it on the fan page. I heard this really that just guys pay girls just to put on shirts that's too small.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's anything. It's anything. They do special requests, anything like that. I mean, you can pick what you want to take. It's not like it's a forcible thing. It's like, you know, it's on.
So you just have them doing their OnlyFans.
I would fully pursue that. If I were to become a pimp, I can't even lie, I was thinking about it, but it's just ethically, it just doesn't.
You was thinking about being a pimp?
No, I wasn't thinking about being a pimp. I was just like, you know, living that fantasy, you know.
What's fantasy?
Living that fantasy.
Fantasy.
Of being a pimp, but a modern day pimp, you know.
Who said that being a pimp is a fantasy?
It's not really a fantasy. I'm just saying, you know, like it's a what if scenario type of thing. I feel like it would be really interesting to do. You don't feel like it'd be interesting?
No.
It's a different
I don't know. When I was younger, I wanted to be a madam.
It's a different way of life.
I like to say being a pimp is fun.
Oh, Lord.
It actually is. Because you know, when I'm pimping, it's like the best time of my life.
Who do you pimp? Because you really broke. I think you like on that tennis pimp. You need to be a high-low pimp.
You think I'm broke? They're very
She's gonna show you all the real
She's
her earnings.
She's
She's gonna live a
real.
lifestyle like that.
Why are you sitting at home?
Well, because you know, I know you guys need me.
She's
You
just trying
need
to
my
support her
company.
family.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Why
saying.
can't we just visit your child? Why can't we just all live in your child? You probably go to man, you would be pimp.
Well, no, because I try to, save my money. So, I'd rather live in this house than buy a mansion and stuff like that.
Why?
Because, you guys need me here.
She's in denial. You want to be a pimp, she thinks she's a
I
pimp.
wouldn't say I really want to be a pimp. It's just like a what if scenario, you know?
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be a pimp for a day.
For a day?
Yeah, like you got like a life swap, Freaky Friday or something, you know? So, like a quick swap and then come back to reality.
How would you keep your hoes with you instead of going to another pimp?
That's not my job. I just want to be in that,
That would be a
I
scenario.
just want to be established. I don't want to be.
How would
I keep them in check? You know? How would I do that?
Yeah, keep them in check. Yeah.
I feel like the way I would do it, right, is real professional contracts. I got the password to the account. You ain't got the password to the account. Why are you playing games with me? It's real simple.
I love this conversation. I got the white play with me. Okay, so pimp over here. You know, the day in the life of a pimp.
Yeah. I feel like there's a way. But yeah. It definitely is. I don't know. It really just been something I would plot on. I feel like you can make a whole lot of money doing that. But it just doesn't ethically align with me, you know?
It doesn't ethically align. What ethically aligns for her that she's a pimp? She's cool with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Next question, because that one threw me off. Elijah a pimp. Ariana thinking she's a bitch. She's a tissue pimp.
Yeah, so how do you feel about the OnlyFans? Since we're talking about sexual stuff. Yes, that's a little sexual.
Well, I was really upset that they were trying to pull out, that the merchants were trying to pull out of the OnlyFans.
Okay, look at the camera. Feel intimate.
No, I was only really concerned about the OnlyFans because I felt like if they've been doing this for years and now the merchants just want to suddenly pull out of the OnlyFans, I think that was very rude. The thing is, you knew from the beginning these people were having sex. And you could pull out early. Don't wait until people are making millions or thousands of dollars to pay their bills and do what they need to do for you to then turn around and take the merchant away. So then they have to go somewhere else or do something else that's going to make them less money than what they have. So then now they can't afford what they have. Can't afford the stuff because you chose to pull out. Which I think is really stupid. I think it's unfair.
And I feel like it's capped because right when they were talking and doing it, or when they were making their press releases, now then they recently did it talking about we're allowing it now. It's like how you all of a sudden are able to do it.
Because they knew. The OnlyFans knew.
Yeah,
that they were going to some money. Everybody going, they wasn't going to, just like the people weren't going to make no money, you weren't going to make no money. That's where that comes in. Money count. Why do you think we is illegal? Because everybody want to make money. We should have never been illegal. For one. But now that they're making it illegal, it's because they want them. And OnlyFans, they weren't going to make no money. Who would be making? Please.
Especially when you build it up on that too. You don't say nothing, you don't have strict terms of service. All of a sudden,
You get in there and make some money. And it's so funny because if it wasn't for y'all wouldn't even know. I thought OnlyFans was a whole thing. I didn't know OnlyFans was its own personal company. Like Nike. I didn't know it was OnlyFans like Nike. I was thinking it was like shoes. OnlyFans was shoes. It was right until you had broken it down to me and I was like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know y'all. How did you feel about the OnlyFans?
I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know about nothing.
Well, the merchants was gonna pull out, and so the people who were being naked and doing naked stuff and nasty stuff wasn't gonna be making money because they couldn't do that no more. I mean, you could do, it's not like, it wasn't like you can't be naked. It was like, there's certain things you couldn't do. Like, you could be naked and sit there and be naked still.
Like an art type of thing.
Yeah, but you couldn't be naked and do whatever people do.
Like when we go to headwaters and you see the naked people and all
Yeah,
that.
you can do that.
But you can't do nothing
You
sexual.
can't do nothing sexual.
Or provocative.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I like to sit here naked and go, rub my knee.
Don't do the rub your knee too sexual.
My knee hurt right now.
They get it done, they don't know.
Oh, my knee hurts right now, so I'm rubbing my knee.
You say it like that, they're gonna get
My knee hurts.
They're gonna think you're playing around.
My knee really does hurt.
I know. You gotta say that. My knee really does hurt.
My knee really does hurt.
There you go, the bitch was
Okay. My knee hurt, y'all.
What did you do to your knee?
I don't know, it's just like the sharp pains and stuff, they go boom on my knee, and it's just
You just did what?
boom. Boom. That's right at my knee. She don't know, like,
She's not on the live, she's not having it.
no, if you don't want to be alive, I don't have to. her eyes. She been rolling her eyes at y'all.
Right.
That's all you like. Over and over again.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll my eyes. Not on purpose.
So, Avi, do you have a question now? So you have roll your eyes at the people.
I do not about sex.
They're talking about anything, dating, anything.
Okay. I have to think.
We've been sitting here for a while. You should
Ask me why.
You might have asked 2 questions and you didn't ask 1.
I'll ask another question. I'll ask a question.
Thank you, waiting.
I don't know. I don't have a question right now.
Okay. So in the lines of that, we was just talking about prostitution and all that stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the safety of this?
I don't think there's no safety to it. What do you mean?
Like if you were a prostitute, right? I feel like that's the only thing stopping them. Well, it's not the only thing. They can't commercialize it, do it whatever type of way they want to do it. But I feel like that's to an extent like a worry people would have about something like that becoming legalized everywhere. Is the safety of it?
There's no safety of it.
Yeah, there's just.
It's no different of a safety with strippers than there is with prostitution or porn stars. There's no safety. If somebody wants to get you, they're going to get you.
I feel like there's a little safety though.
Okay, get you a, what's the stuff called?
Pepper spray.
Yeah, get you a spray and a taser.
But I feel like, you're a stripper, right? You do your job. Unless you're doing some type of like freelance work and you at somebody's house, it's a little different.
No, because you can walk to the car and get jacked. They don't watch you in there and do your whole routine and everything and start fantasizing and having a relationship. I don't watch Criminal Minds. And they don't fantasize and all that. And then they want to be with you and then they come and kidnap you, but they'll kill you.
She watched Criminal Minds, so everything she's saying, that's really what happened.
That's what I'm trying to
That's
say.
really happened.
Yeah.
But Criminal Minds,
Verification.
verification. Is this a source?
It's a #1 source.
Yeah. So
Because criminal minds be doing stuff that's from real cases. So in cases that you don't think about or know about, Criminal Minds is showing you. And you be thinking it's not real, but it be real, so that's why it makes it more a little scary to watch Criminal Minds, because you're going through all that. That's just what it is. Y'all can take it or leave it. And I'm saying, with all my heart, mind, and soul, yeah, you're gonna get killed. Or kidnapped and tortured. And then you gotta wait for Darren Morgan and all of them to come get you. I don't know what their real names here. I just don't know my name. No, because really people do fantasize and they do feel real.
No, they would take
Because the people get death letters and threats and stuff because people start fantasizing. They all watch all your movies. So everybody, they know your body better than you know your body. So they already watch you.
How do you feel about that? Social media, things like that.
Well, if you put yourself out there, you just gotta be prepared for whatever happens. And that's the thing about it, is you gotta be prepared for whatever happens. What people make a mistake at is always feeling like if it's not gonna happen to me, it's not gonna happen to me. And then when it happens to them, they're like, oh my God. And then they get mad when somebody don't believe them, like, it happened to me, I'm trying to tell you to protect you. Somebody tried to tell you to protect you and you didn't listen. I know, because when we get mad and they ain't listening, people want that shit, fast money. They do. They want that quick, fast money. And starting your own business and all other stuff, that don't work.
I mean, it do work, but it's not fast money.
She said we're echoing like a mug.
Oh, like a mug. Oh.
So stop us from echoing like a mug.
Oh, yeah, like a mug. No, we're not echoing like a mug.
Are we echoing like a mug now?
No, we're not echoing like a mug now.
I'm waiting for her to say it. I'm waiting for your mom to answer, not you.
Ooh. Is that the comment on the screen?
Yeah.
How did you read that?
Can we have our comments like black?
You want it black? I feel like that is better.
Yeah, because I can't see the white.
Oh, I don't know why I did that.
I don't know what she's doing.
She said not anymore.
Thank you. Are those people that talking on
No, it's just easy.
Oh,
Nothing.
we didn't see nothing. Okay, so he's working on that. Hello. Hello, Lady T. Hello, Miss Lady T. Yeah, hi, sweetie. We're having a conversation, and so we're talking about prostitution. How do we feel about prostitution, porn, and all that? And then also talking about OnlyFans and what we feel about that. And so right now I'm on the point of saying, he was asking, is there any security in it? And I said, I don't believe there's security, period. Because if somebody want to get you, they're going to try to get you. So unless you just got you a bodyguard, but really, if the bodyguard don't know, somebody can be tasering them or put a drink in their stuff, or I don't know. Can you even afford a bodyguard?
Really, that's what I'm saying. How do you get to a bodyguard?
I don't
You
even
ain't got
know.
no money for no bodyguard.
It'd be rough. You gotta have somebody check your car, check everything around you to make sure everything is cool.
I mean, because you got to think about it, like how it is now. It's like you're saying, oh, that one person will fantasize and go, over, seeing a person in different areas, or if they're putting themselves out there in that light. But social media, a lot of people are putting themselves out there in that light.
That's true.
And they're just normal people.
And you got to be careful on that too, because on Criminal Minds they show that too.
So it's Criminal Minds certified. Of course,
again,
this is the number one source out for.
Number one source.
You don't need a fact check or anything. Just Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds, because they do stories off of real facts, and they have the Facebook, and then there was that one picture person stalker on Facebook too. So you never know. You don't know what somebody can be doing to check you out and start fantasizing about you. That's not a safe occupation. You're never safe. That's what I say. That's what I say. I don't even have it over here. So yeah, I agree with that. So how you feel?
Oh, you talking to me?
Well, you the only one not talking. We over here talking.
Oh. I don't think, yeah. I don't, wait, what was the question again?
Oh, no. I can't do that. I can't
Is
do
this
that.
live? Can we pause the recording? Can we pause the recording?
I have a question though.
Okay, what's the question?
Okay, like, you know how you said, like, how can you be safe and stuff, right? How can you be safe to, like when you're dating and stuff? No.
Well, because there's this thing called date rape, and that is a thing too. Dating, I feel like in the beginning of your dating, especially when you're young, I think this is too for older people, but it is what it is. What did she say? You get addicted to the fast money idea. I said that too. That is so true. I think you should always go on like a double date or a triple date or a quadruple date or whatever. Yeah, where it's 4 people.
Yeah.
4 couples.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say that is because you want to make sure that you're safe. Mm-hmm. And when you're all on a date, you still get to know each other. You still get to have that little conversation with each other. But the problem, you don't have to worry about somebody moving too fast on you because there's so many people there. Like, they could go and put their hands on your leg and you can easily move it. We're not going to really have a fight because that brings too much attention. You know what I mean? I think it's a good thing to have, like, some people there. Like, you go on a date, you need to take your brothers. And John's so loud, you don't have to worry about nothing. Ain't nobody going to get fresh with you.
Oh, my goodness, John.
Get
his dog, too.
So now you know. I know on this after battle. Yeah. So yeah, so I think and I think you should always carry like mace or a taser or something like that when you're on a date. I don't care how young you are, because of the simple fact that you don't know, and I don't think women need to stop letting guys know everything they got. Oh, I got a taser and mace in case you think you're gonna get fresh with me. No, they need to be in shock, because they know that you got it. They're prepared. They know how to get you when you can't get that out fast enough.
Yeah, knowing it's half the battle. They ready for the battle. So
Yeah.
you can't just be giving your tactics out like that.
No.
Can't
Yeah.
expect to win the war like that.
You can't win a war telling your secrets.
Can't let that intel leak out.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if that's criminal mind certified, but.
That, I don't know if that's criminal mind certified, but it's Lenore certified.
Oh. Oh, okay. Back on her certification.
Well, you know.
But she said it's law, right? That's what you.
That's all I'm trying to say.
That's what we said.
That's all I'm trying to say. You know what? Okay, this has nothing to do with our conversation, but it won't leave my head. You know how we do the talking out show, me and your mom? And you know how we wrote our songs and stuff and do our songs? I'm in love with my 2 songs.
I can tell because you was playing chocolate chicken wings over and over.
Oh, your mom was tearing that song up. Oh, Bonnie, you was tearing that song up. That song is the bomb.
Over.
Yeah.
That's not like it's a bad song, but I was,
I can't help it.
But I feel like those.
Well, a lot of my music was off the phone because you would have heard like hit it and all that, but it wasn't on my phone.
What's that one that goes mine, 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 mine? That one goes hard. That's the best song ever. Mine, mine.
I don't want to talk to y'all no more.
Oh, and that
Coming
song.
For You is that one.
That's
Coming For You. I didn't have the right one on my phone though. I had the wrong one.
But All Night Goes Hard. That's the best.
Yeah.
Song. That's the best song.
You can't forget I Am the Queen. That one goes.
Don't pay attention to the dance on the show. That is not true. Why are you singing like it really is a kind of?
I'm the queen.
You gonna come home with a platinum certificate? I thought he was just playing.
Oh, shut up. What is she doing?
I don't know.
I look light skinned.
Cause you are?
I am, dang.
But yeah, so
She said, I know what's coming. Of her staring at us, cause she did too.
no, she's probably talking about the eye.
And the queen.
All these kids got on my name.
I'm the queen.
I guess I understand why you're gonna put your music on there. But you gotta do the music video. You have.
Yes, that's
I want
the
to
best.
ride or die. I'm ready. I got my lyrics down and
We're
everything.
doing all of them.
And I got chocolate down too. I'm ready.
Why don't y'all pick a day?
Okay, pick a day, Ronnie.
I feel like you pick a day.
You know I like it.
You can just record that whole day.
Okay, the whole day. That's what I'm Okay, next question. Cause we start singing. That's it.
Okay.
I just had to, give a shout out to
far off topic.
Okay, so what are we talking about now?
You're supposed to ask questions. That's the whole thing.
I just asked a question. Your
Well, you need to
turn.
ask another question.
Okay. So when you're like in a relationship with somebody, right? Like, and it's like, yeah, you're in a relationship with somebody, and you don't really trust the person. What is like some ways that you can like build trust?
Well, why don't you trust the person?
Well, I don't know. I was just asking. Cause
No,
like I mean,
guy
like
has to be
I
a guy.
talk to people and like they say like, oh, I have issues with this, and like he lied to me about this. And
like
you know
people
what I'm
that be having trust issues and stuff.
Yeah, with
like,
their
probably
partner.
Like a past relationship type thing.
Or even with the person that they're with. Like they did something to
don't
make
trust
them
that person.
lose like trust and stuff. Like how would you?
How
that's-
would you do that? Like
yeah.
if you were the one doing something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say on that you have to first have a conversation about what broke the trust. And a lot of people, what they try to do is avoid that conversation. You do not want to avoid that conversation. You want to have a conversation.
Get really, really intimate with the camera.
You have to really. We don't make it intimate. I lose train of thought. So you really need to have that conversation with the person of why. Don't be making fun of me. Of why. What happened. And the reason what happened. So if you did something to make somebody lose their trust on you, then you need to explain why you did what you did, and you cannot put the factor on that person. Not when you, even if that person is the cause of it. Like I'm gonna just use as cheating. If you cheated on the person or the person cheated on you, if you cheat on that person, you're gonna have to explain why you cheated on that person without saying you did this. or I'm reacting to what you did this. So say I said I cheated. I would go, I apologize for cheating. I felt lost. I felt lonely. I felt insecure. I felt needed and loved by this person. And it made me feel something that I never expected to feel. And I do apologize. I need to really work on myself, and I need to work on building a better relationship with them because I let us down that way. Not because you wasn't paying me no attention and this dude was paying me some attention, so you wasn't doing it. My bad. No, you can't do that. You can't put any of the fault on anybody, even if that's the reason why you felt the way you felt. You cannot put the fault on them. So even if other person wasn't paying you no attention and they never looked at you, they never did this, you cannot put that on them in the beginning at all. Now, like when you go to your counseling or whatever to build and make a better you, then yes, you can go ahead and say all that. Time will tell. Also, action speaks louder than words. Yeah. Actions do speak louder than words. And that is a key that I tell people all the time. I'd rather see your actions than I see your words. But sometimes people, majority of the people want to see actions, your word. They want to hear you say it. But when you say it, you got to really mean it.
You got to acknowledge it.
Yeah. You got to acknowledge it, but you got to really mean it.
Yeah.
And people say stuff and don't really mean it. They'll tell you, I love you, and don't really mean it. Or like, remember that one time I was telling you, I can tell you I love you, but it might not be in the same sense that you're expecting the love from me. I'm telling you I love you because you're a child of God, so Christ-like, so I love you because God created you. But you might think that means I love you as a friend or family, or I want to be with you, and that's not the kind of love.
What do you feel like is a good way to then separate that love then?
Well, a lot of people use that word to get what they want. Because if you know what you're doing when you say I love you. The only people that would not take I love you seriously is somebody who is, oh, I just met you, I love you. They know that you don't really mean I love you. But if you're in a relationship, and it's usually a man that says it, that does it, where a man goes, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And you mean everything to me. A woman's heart done melted. Okay, they only been dating 3 weeks, but her heart melted. And she believes that. So no matter what his actions doing, she's taking the words and she's running with the words. That's what she's doing. Because he said it so sincere. And he said it like, you mean so much to me. And we are meant to be together. I love you. And I want to spend the rest of my life showing you how much I love you. And they never show you. And women are living off of that.
They're living off the words.
They're living off the words. Okay. But I do agree with what she said. And I say that all the time. I say that all the time. I always say that. It's your actions. I don't care what comes out your mouth. It's your actions. People tell you what you want to hear to shut you up. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But, yeah, but to gain that trust back is first apologizing for talking about it. And not hiding anything about it. And then you're going to say, well, how you going to not hide, but you're telling me I can't blame that person. Because you got to understand that nobody in this world, unless they're putting a gun to your head or bomb on you or trying to kill you, can make you do anything. So nobody can make me cheat but me. You know what I mean? So even though your actions got me to cheat, I really the one that cheated. So at the end of the day, it's not that person's fault that I cheated. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I feel like you really can't blame nobody for cheating. That just comes out of you.
Yeah, but people do. People can blame you.
Yeah, they be trying to put the blame on somebody else. I feel like that's really just kind of...
But sometimes they really mean it. They're not really trying to put the blame on you.
That's really how they feel, but I still don't... I feel like it's not justified.
It's not justified, but it is what it is. Like my first husband cheated on me. And I realized for me, not him, he didn't say that, but I realized for me, I was too much like trying to be his mama than being his wife and his partner. Because see, when you are being a wife and a partner, or with anybody, you let people make the mistakes that they're going to make. And then you don't go, ha, I told you we were going to make that mistake. You know good for nothing, dirty dog. We say a lot of hurtful stuff and expect people to just Yeah,
You
like
fine,
bounce
yeah.
back from it. No, we couldn't bounce back from it, but we want you to bounce back for it. From it. A lot of people do that all the time. I could say anything can come out of my mouth, and you have to understand when I say it, but when you say it, my feelings are hurt. And why are my feelings are hurt? You just hurt my feelings and you don't really love me. But you can say whatever you want to say out your
Yeah,
mouth.
because it is not fair.
Yeah, and people are like that all over the place. So I never gave like my ex-husband a pass on it because I still was mad that he did it. But I also knew that I took a step outside of my place as a woman. Yeah, I hope that helped. Did it help you?
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
I am.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm paying attention.
Okay.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
So, like, when you're in a relationship, right? And so, say before you were in a relationship, you were talking to people, and say you had not feelings for these people, but you know, you guys were headed to, or whatever, towards a relationship or whatever, and then you get into a relationship. How would you, like, you would stop talking to those people, right?
If you guys agreed on that relationship. What I don't want anybody to ever do is just assume. I've seen so many people assume that they're in a relationship and that man be telling them, well, I never asked you to be with me. Always make sure that's clear that you are in a relationship so you don't have to hear those words. I never told you we were together. Then once you make that clear, like, okay, so you going to stop talking to all the women you talking to and I'm going to stop talking to all the men I was talking to. Is that what we're agreeing on? Yes, that's what we're agreeing on. Why are you asking these questions? It sounds stupid because I want to be clear on this. I don't want to be stupid on it. I want to be clear.
Later on, be like, oh, you never said this.
Yeah, I'm.
That's specific.
Yeah, that ain't working.
Said that when you had that conversation.
Yeah, no, I say lay it out.
Could, shoulda.
Yes.
But you didn't. So
and
like,
so true.
Do.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Okay. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Eli? She been nailing the questions.
She been nailing the questions.
What you doing? What you doing, Eli? What you doing?
I don't know. We're kind of really shifting the talking here, so.
It's supposed to be back and forth.
Yeah.
Y'all ask the question, I get the answer.
Yes. Okay.
You gonna ask us any questions?
I understand. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like. Let me just give one. Let me just off the top right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. I'm seeing it. So,
Why do I gotta be the only one intimate with the camera? You and
this
Avi
is
are not
the
intimate.
thought process. We're getting intimate with the camera. Watch.
Avi was not intimate with the camera.
I'm
Just
thinking,
so us.
Your eyes was looking up. I was looking at
I'm
you.
collected. Now I can look at the camera.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to you while I'm looking at the camera, but they could also comment.
Okay.
How do you feel about having a kid in a relationship? You know, like pursuing that.
Pursuing a woman that already has a kid or a man that already
or
has a
vice
kid?
versa. Yeah. What is the proper way you feel like to go about
I feel like if you are dating somebody and you have a child, so I don't care if you're a man or a woman, you have a child. I do not think that child needs to be brought into this relationship until you guys decide that you're going to be in a relationship. Now, if you're one of the new age relationship type of people who, we went on 2 dates and now we're in a relationship, well then I'm saying give yourself about 4 to 6 months to make sure you guys going to be in a relationship. What you don't want to do is have a kid see you go into a whole bunch of relationships. Because what we don't understand is the effect that we are putting on our children if we're in these relationships. So this child could really like the person that you are in a relationship, and then you guys break up because you don't like the person anymore, and the child doesn't have an opinion one way or not, and that can really have some separation anxiety. It can have some really issues, like some strong issues with that. So you don't want to bring a lot of different people in that relationship.
You feel like it's different based on age?
No.
It's just general.
General. You don't want to. When you don't want your kids seeing all that.
Yeah.
Every other week there's a new person, or every month they don't need to see that. They don't. So, and you don't want that in front of your child either.
Okay.
Don't want your child getting used to all these people.
Well, then question. So if you were to divorce today, right?
Yeah.
And then you're finding somebody else, how would you go about incorporating that with your kids, with your family, anything?
I wouldn't. I would just be dating, having a good time.
Yeah, I'm saying once you find that person after dating and having a good time.
And we getting serious?
You feel like this is more of a serious relationship.
I would talk to my kids. I would tell my kids. So my kids will already know.
They'd be in the loop.
So I'll be like, yeah, I'm dating this guy. And we're having a good time. And we've been seeing each other for 2 or 3 months. It is going good. Well, won't give me the one I know this is the person I want to be with. I don't want you guys to meet. Well, we grown. Well, but I don't want you seeing me. You're a gorgeous mother with all these different guys. No.
No,
but I mean, literally, I wouldn't want you to see me with all these guys. So, yeah. Unless I'm dating somebody that's been a friend of the family for a while. Like, I really can't hide that because the person is there.
Mm-hmm.
But since we ain't got no friends of the family, I guess I ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I would do it. Even when when I was younger, I didn't let a lot of people around my sister. You know, unless she just came over my house because mom dropped her off. You meet these different guys, but she wouldn't have never known they were I was in a relationship with any of them. They just was guys that came to the house because I didn't let it be known until it was really there. And then you can ask Uncle, shoot, Janae gave Chris the runaround. But what do you have plans with my sister? And she was like in the 5th grade. What you have plans with my sister? What you think you gonna be after the relationship? She was adamant about it too. And you know, most people be like all embarrassed. I was like this, yeah. What she said. So yeah, you gotta think of stuff like that. But yeah. And I know people have a hard time because they get in emotions and they fall in love, or they fall in like really, really quick. So then they want their kids to be involved. And you see like on TV where the man is taking them all to the carnival. So you have that mind expectation when you do it. And then that's when all those mistakes happen because it don't work out like it does in the carnival or in the movies. And y'all ain't going to the carnival. He ain't got enough money to do all the free rides. You ain't eating whatever you want to eat. A whole bunch of stuff that ain't going on that was on the movies. So let's not try to act like we got to live our life like we are on the movies because it's not going to work out like that.
You feel like a lot of people have that fantasy
reality
on it?
Yeah, just like they have that Cinderella fantasy. They so busy wanting to get married and they spend all the millions and millions of dollars to get married and then they don't even work that hard to stay married. They work harder to prepare for the wedding than they do when they're in the wedding, when they're married. They be like, oh, he said, boo, I'm ready for a divorce.
What?
He said, boo, papa over here, and you didn't care. He was stressed. But he said, boo, and we got to get a divorce. Hi, how you doing, Diamond Empire?
Hi, how you doing?
This is in case you don't know, this is my editor that be doing all my videos. This is my daughter that makes sure I do my videos. And we here talking about dating, relationships, and sex. We haven't got to sex, thank you, y'all.
We haven't?
We kind of did.
No, we talked about prostitution and
that's not really.
And what's the other one? OnlyFans, and we didn't really talk about any sex questions.
That's true.
Yeah, but I like the questions we're doing because these are good questions, especially for you young folks.
For you young folks.
Yeah, like how do you guys feel like what dating should be like right now? I asked the question just now.
I mean, how do I feel about dating now?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a.
Because you're 17, you're 15. How do you feel about dating now?
The big problem about dating now is like that word is not really dating. You know, it's not really associated with that. It's like a lot of people say they're dating, but they're really in a relationship.
Yeah, I hate that.
So it's that just has to be established.
Nice to meet you. I'm glad you're on here with us, Diamond.
Glad she's here too. But yeah, I feel like that's the big thing. It's just not established. So it'd be like, oh, we're dating. So if one of my friends says, oh yeah, I'm dating her, I was like, so what's going on? Because I have to then ask that. Whereas someone would be like, oh, I'm dating. Oh, you guys are dating. That's cool. When do you feel like you're gonna make it a relationship? I have to then ask, oh, you're dating. Are you in a relationship? Instead of when are you gonna?
Yeah. does that mean you're interested? That is true, because I've been saying that for a while. I think dating is supposed to be dating. I'm getting to know you to know if I want to be with you. And I think if you have more options to date more people, then when you finally settle down and have a relationship, that relationship will last longer than a normal relationship, because you were dating 5 or 6 other people, and now you said, I want you, and you agree that you want that person agreed that they want you, then you know you're going to settle down, because that person can say, yeah, I want to be with you, and don't be wanting to be with you. There are no boundaries these days. The younger generation are moving faster and quicker. Ooh, yes they are. But so is these older women in this younger generation.
Oh, damn, this text is getting out of control. About to put this somewhere.
I tried to tell you put it right here. Look how much clearer it is.
But it's all up on you.
They can't see, can they?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, put it back over there. Okay, I didn't know. I'm learning.
You gotta read the side. You can't even read that.
Okay, then I won't read it.
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, I think I've always said this to my kids. Now my 2 older boys did not do it. I'm hoping my daughter will do it. But I always felt like you should date several people. And it should be a blessing to be in a relationship with you. So if somebody goes, who you with? And they go, oh, I'm with Aviana, or I'm with 𝒿, and they be like, how did you get it? Because I was dating him for a long time. He never asked me, or she never said yeah. How did you get her? It should be like this big old jealousy surprise thing. Because what made you so special that you actually got to be in a relationship with that person? And
I
that's
feel like
just
there's also communication in that too, though. Because, like I said, you know, you have to take extra steps now. Because if you were to say, do what you said, date several people, you have to clearly establish with those 7 people.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should.
And you should tell them too, I'm dating other people, and I want you to continue to date other people.
It has to be in their face, like really in their face.
No, but yeah.
A lot of people, I mean, you said it, but I'm saying like a lot of people now, they'll be like, oh, but he said this, and this, and it'll be like, I'm saying everything, but you just not.
Well, women do that. I know that for a fact. I've seen that then. Women, you can tell a woman straight up, this is what it is, but her goal in her mind is to change your mind, and that's what their goal is. So sometimes you got to really make it extra clear all the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm always, when I was dating, I was always clear, like, I'm dating other people. So go ahead and date other people, because I want to make sure if you want to be with me, that I'm the one, because you had all these other choices, and you chose me out of all these other choices. And that makes me feel special, and it should make you feel special that I chose you out of all these dudes. I chose you, and that makes you feel special. So then I think that, I'm not gonna say it stops it. I'm not gonna say it limits it, but I think you have a better chance that. Why do you need to cheat? Because you didn't even have to ask me to be with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I wanted you to date other people, and I dated other people. So then I'm always focused. Because if you date one person, of course you're just going to be wanting to be in that relationship with that one person, because you're going to accept things that you normally wouldn't accept from a guy, because you're only with that one person. There's nothing else. If you date several people and this guy's clicking his mouth all the time, you might be like, I can't be with him. If he done click that one more time, he got one more time to click it, I'm going to click him. You know, you can have a conversation. But if you only have that one guy, for some reason, you don't hear the click, to even get mad about the click. Sometimes you might even go, that's so cute, he click. Now, you know dang well you don't like that click. What'd she say? Some people feel like they can change you and take it as a challenge. Yeah, they do. And that's because a lot of people have given challenge. Like, one of the things my husband said was, girls used to always say, I'm not having sex till I'm married. He said, okay. And then they'd be like, having sex. And they jumped his bone, because he was really holding off, because they said they're not having sex till they get married. And so when I said, I'm not having sex till they get married, he like, okay. Oh, you was serious? Like, yeah. For real. And then to this day, I got to hear about how we had to wait after we got married. To this day. Like, we still talk about it to this day. So, it is. It is a challenge. But men need challenges. I think the more challenges men get, the more faithful they are to you. I believe.
Well, in what sense, though? You don't want to be...
Not overly challenging where, you know...
Don't be saying too much now.
No, I do think a woman should have a challenge. I mean, to this day, I think I'm a challenge for your uncle, but it's not like no big challenge.
No.
But it is, it's a challenge.
It's definitely,
I'm not the same.
A thing. You need to always have that chase, that little,
Yeah.
little small thing.
And I always want to be chased. And I think he needs to chase me.
Yeah.
I think he do.
Yeah.
Think your daddy chases me. So that's how that is.
You don't ever get too comfortable because then it gets
It
boring.
gets boring. And I'm all different type of people for Chris.
Do you really have to say that on the live? Everybody really got to know that.
Yeah.
And I really had to know that.
Yeah. Because if I don't tell you, if you don't hear how you know how to act.
How do I know how to act?
Like when you get your woman.
And
When
I'm
you get
saying,
your
you
woman.
have to be different types of people for me.
No.
Not that
No, ain't nobody having a conversation like that. Sure. No, but I'm just saying, you will want a woman that gives you that chase, that challenge, and you will want somebody who's excited, who just loves you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people show that all the time in a relationship,
No,
which makes relationships hard to deal with because you don't get to see it all the time. You hear women always saying stuff like, my man finally did the dishes, so I guess he want me to cheer him on because he finally did the dishes. What, do you want a woman like that?
Oh, most definitely.
Exactly.
That's why
So
I
it's
just
nice
went
to
out
hear a
focus
woman
on
when
that
you see,
conversation.
so when you see me give your uncle props about doing the stuff that he does, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
So you have to see it. But that's what I'm
You have
saying.
to see it. Of course, you have to see it. I believe that. I'm saying you saying all this extra. I'm all different types of people. That's not what I had to hear. That's all I was complaining about. Everything else was fine.
No, you needed to hear
Everything
that.
else was fine.
Nope,
I
you
didn't have
needed
to
to hear that.
I didn't have to hear about
Yes,
you being a
you
shapeshifter and all
Yes,
this.
you do.
and
Because you don't want your woman to be a shapeshifter.
I don't want her to.
You will.
I will.
And you would know that until I just showed you.
No. I definitely would. I definitely.
No, you
I don't
wouldn't.
know. That's something I'd already.
You would not have
Maybe-
known that you
maybe
wanted
I
your
wouldn't-
woman to be a shapeshifter.
maybe
There's
I
a lot of
wouldn't
men
be
to
a
this day don't know that they want a woman to be a shapeshifter.
Maybe I don't want my woman to be a shapeshifter.
Yes, you will.
But maybe I don't.
But you do.
But maybe I
But
don't.
you do.
But maybe I don't.
But
So,
you do.
that's besides.
But you
that's
do.
besides the point.
But
don't
you
have to
do
be
though.
on that. I'm
But
saying.
I'm just saying that it
I'm
is the truth is the truth.
I'm saying
I'm
people are
just
into
saying.
different things. So if someone, someone might not be into their woman being a shapeshifter, they may just want her to be her.
And see, that's where there's a problem is, and that's why I'm gonna go against that. Because there's a lot of men that do this thing where they don't want their woman to be a certain thing, but then they go to another woman and then they're having a whole full relationship with this other woman who's being a shapeshifter and doing all this other stuff, while this woman over here is not being a shapeshifter because her husband said, don't be a shapeshifter.
Ooh.
Whew, that was a good one, because that's the truth. I get a lot of those questions. To this day.
To this day.
Till this day, I get a lot of those questions. The man be like, I want my woman to be like this and this and this, and then they messing with another woman who's doing everything that the woman wants to be anyway, but she's trying to please him. Be yourself, ladies. Be a shapeshifter.
Okay. We shapeshifted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we do around
Yeah.
here. That's what she do around here, apparently. She's all different types of people.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's how you already know. You don't have to be saying it over.
That's why you ain't getting no more cookies. That's right, right there. You ain't
Now
getting no
you
more
putting
cookies.
cookies
You
into
can't even
the
have no more
equation.
strawberry cookies. You're done.
Now you putting cookies.
Yeah, because you sit up here acting like I'm crazy.
You know what? Be whatever you want to be. This is your life, You're a strong, independent woman.
Oh, thank you.
You have a husband.
Yeah.
You don't need your husband, but you have a husband.
Yeah.
And you can be whatever you want to be, and you can be whatever you want to be for him.
Really?
Even better. You can be whatever you want to be for the world. You are independent, strong, independent woman that can make me cookies. Okay.
Okay, so now that we got over that conversation,
So I said deliver. Signs and delivery.
There you go.
The message is set across. People understand that now. That was worldwide too.
Yeah, because I'm saying, I just don't like people staying just
stagnant
all the time.
You see it.
I need them to go like this. They gotta
I see all the healthy relationships. I see even the old people. They be old. I'm not talking about grandparents. I'm talking about great grandparents.
Yeah.
And they on their last bone. They still is like they still got that type of banter and all that, and they have whatever worked for them. But it's more of you see everything still being there. It's not just like we're old now we don't have to do all this.
No, because you want to keep the marriage alive. Because you want to keep the marriage alive even after the kids. Because a lot of people don't know the kids is what's keeping them together. They think they're together, and then when the kids leave, they're looking at each other like, who the hell are you? I don't even like you. And it's hard to then bring that relationship back and build because you don't even like the person you're looking at.
So while you're speaking on that, how you feel about relationships with kids? How you feel you should do that transition?
What you mean?
So, do you feel like there should be any type of separation? Should the kid go over the relationship? Should the kid be, where does the kid lie? You have the relationship with somebody, where does the kid lie? In between, over, how do you feel about that?
Like if a kid is in, we've been in this relationship and this is not your daddy or
No.
These are your mom and daddy.
This is a new kid. This is an established relationship. Married, not married. It's been going on, let's see, a couple of years, right?
Same mom and daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same mom and daddy. They got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
The baby comes. Where does the baby go in the relationship? Should they continue to... What should they do to make sure they have a strong relationship while trying to nurture for this kid?
Well, I say it a lot of times. It goes God, your marriage, your kid, and whatever you want to put below. Because your relationship should be above your kids. Because the happier you are in a relationship builds a better relationship for the kids. But if you put the kids above, you guys are not happy. So it's a rocky relationship, and that's what the kids are seeing as the foundation. And you don't want your kids to see that negativity as the foundation. So it's best that you two make sure you guys are a happy relationship. You're standing strong, so then that kid feels it and has that relationship there too.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's all I was asking. Where do they slide in?
They slide in under.
They slide under.
They're under, they're
But
under.
it doesn't make sense though.
Yeah. So it's God, husband, wife, kid, whatever you want to put under.
Oh, what if it's like that one group, atheist, no God relationship? That was unnecessary.
If you don't believe in God, whatever you believe will give you strength. That's strength.
Yourself, something.
Well, yourself should always be connected to God. So here's as a champagne tear. Here's God, and then you're under. And God, you're under God, holding on to God fully tight, and then it's your marriage. That's the whole you together, you two, and then your kids. It's all of you guys together. It's not. It doesn't separate. And then whatever you guys do after that could be our family, like grandmas and aunties and uncles. That could be down there, and the job is down here. But you need to establish that the first 3 tiers is your inner home, and people don't establish their inner home, and that's true. And there's a lot of people that be in a relationship that shouldn't be in a relationship, and they're ruining everybody's life, even their own. So you really can't tell them nothing.
How do you feel about ending relationships like that?
Ending a relationship that needs to be ended?
Yeah, cause some people don't want to end a relationship. Like you said with that marriage example, right? Like, they got the kids, they don't want to ruin it for the kids. Like,
okay, so this is kind of hard for me, because when you put it in a marriage term for me, it's hard. Even though I've been divorced, it's hard because I really don't believe in divorce. I really believe if you chose to be married and you have this relationship, you need to be working on that relationship, and there's all kinds of stuff for you to do to build that relationship, but it takes both of you to do it.
What if you feel like the other person is not trying to do it though?
Well, that's the thing. Then again, I have a problem with y'all getting married. You should
what if they was doing it just fine before, and now they all of a sudden it's not doing it?
You got to get back on the track of doing what you're supposed to do.
But you can't force one person to do it.
But both people need to, if you decide to get married, you both need to fight for your marriage. It's not one-sided only. And usually when people are not fighting for their marriage, it's usually there's somebody else, there's a third party.
Yeah.
And so they're too caught up in that third party to realize that they need to really fix their marriage. But if you can literally, like, all put your whole might and soul on fixing your marriage, there's so many things you could do to reconnect and bring back the passion and the fire in your relationship. And that's really just building your intimacy levels up. But if you're not married and you're with somebody, and you're not even planning on being married, and you're not even planning on establishing that, get out. And you can say, how? Would that affect the kids? And I'm going to tell you, no. The kids been waiting for you to get out before you even thought about getting out. And I've heard that a lot of times. Even with marriages. I hear that a lot of times. They be like, I'm staying for the kids. And the kids is like, oh,
Kids
no.
don't really want it.
No, the kids have been, we waiting for you. Why is it taking you so long to get a divorce? Or leave them. And I think it's a bullcrap lie that a woman or a man is staying in a relationship for a kid. That's an excuse to shut everybody else up for that factor. They are not staying in a relationship for that child. They are staying in a relationship for themselves, and they want to put the blame on the kids. Because I always say, you stay in a horrible relationship, and it's not truly, and it's affecting your kids and your family, that's you. That's on you. And a lot of people don't understand the what they're putting on their child. And I guarantee you, your child dating the same person that you are trying to stay with and not let go of, you will be pissed at the person that's mistreating your child. But you will sit there and stay and show your child you need to stay in a relationship that is unhealthy. And I guarantee you, most likely that child will be in an unhealthy relationship because of you. Now, there's 1 or 2 kids out there in the world that will not be in an unhealthy relationship because they have some other people to look upon. And too bad it wasn't their parents that they get to look at for safety and love and caring for that reason. Because that person, the mother or father, decided they couldn't leave that person. So they have to look upon somebody else. That's sad. But it's a choice that parents make every day. And they're all over the world.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. And they always make up a story saying, I'm doing it for the kids. The kids. And it is not for the kids. Kids don't need to see a man hit you or a woman hit you. Kids don't need to see a man call you out your name or a woman call you out your name. A kid don't need to see any of those things. And I'm going to guarantee you right now, kid didn't want to see it. Then he go, ooh, I love it when my mama call my daddy this. Ooh, I love it when my daddy call my mama that. They don't say any of that. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. One thing I can say, and I don't never, ever in my life try to say that I'm a perfect anything, because nothing's perfect. There's always something you can work on and build on. But I can guarantee you, my kids have never in their life heard their daddy call me a B. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like 5 times.
And you called me B 5 times?
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's right. And it should have been more than 5. Now I'm going to have to go act the fool. Why she only heard you call me beautiful 5 times?
Oh.
We ain't playing this.
In big trouble.
Yeah. Abuse.
Now the shape shifting is something else.
Yeah, now I gotta be a thug over here. You done got your daddy in trouble, girl. He's on and popping.
You gonna have to pull out that knife.
That's right. Pow, pow, pow. But But yeah, so yeah. And nor would I ever allow it. Because I don't want nobody ever calling my daughter that.
No.
So why would I allow, how am I say I don't want nobody to call my daughter that, but I allow a man to call me that?
Yeah, no.
That don't make no sense. But women do it all the time. And they got the nerve to get mad at another man for calling their child that, but you allow a man, their daddy, their man, not even their daddy, to call you that, and they got to see it all the time.
Just like that show that you loved so much yesterday.
Shut up.
They was talking about, oh, don't get pregnant, and then they got pregnant. They
You know what? If you had to bring up a
you
super
know
show,
you like that show.
Eli, I meant to.
It had all your favorite actors on it.
I did have some good favorite actors, but that director did not use that for quality. That quality was horrible. Woo! That's when I knew it was the director. It wasn't the actor. It was the director.
They probably didn't know what they was doing. It's like,
And he was like telling them, "Yeah, do this," and they probably was like, "Why? That doesn't even make sense." They were trying too hard to be funny. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
If they could have just played it and let it been, it would have just been funny. Whatever. And it's still my grandma name. That's my name. Got me all mad over again. Okay, we gotta get on this subject because I'm gonna get mad.
Yeah, what's the next subject?
I don't know, what is the next subject? We've been talking for a while.
So what, like for you, like again, what type of girl and what type of guy are you guys looking for to have a relationship? And don't act like y'all don't have one in your head.
I don't know what you mean. What type?
Like, you know what kind of girl you would want. Like what kind, you've seen plenty of relationships to know kind of what kind of girl you want. Ain't nobody gonna be the perfect match of what you want, but
Just
you kind of like a general. What type of girl would you want to date? You think about what kind of guy you want to date.
I think
Okay, go ahead.
I know. I would want to date somebody who's like my dad. Like I would want somebody that supports me. You know, I could support them, and like we're able to build and grow together and become one. I guess. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would just I don't know what else, but yeah. I just look at my dad and just like, I want someone like that. You know what I'm saying?
Your dad.
Yeah, someone has a good personality, you know.
Someone you have
stuff
fun
like
with,
that.
grow together with, go through some challenges. Because I don't think people think about the challenges in a relationship. You got to grow. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be parts of time when you look at each other and like, you little butthead.
But that I would want to work through those things too.
And you do.
Yeah.
Like, you little butt, I'm not talking to you. 5 minutes later, so how you doing? That's how me and your dad are. We arguing about 5, 10, 20 minutes later, we in each other's face. Like,
you got surprised when you was being quiet for a long time too.
Huh?
He said he wasn't talking to you, and you got surprised when he didn't actually talk to you for like longer than that 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? And that's how I said it. What the hell is wrong with you?
You really did say it like that.
Wait, when was
I
it?
didn't even think about that. I forgot when it was. That was
Yeah. Don't be mad at me long. And I am like that period. You be mad at me long, I'll be 10 times madder at you after 5 seconds. So let's not have that conversation. What's wrong with you? I don't like when you do so. I'm sorry. Okay.
You say sorry?
Once in a while. I don't make it a habit.
Rare.
Yeah, I don't make it a habit to say I'm sorry. You know what people say when you say I'm sorry? Yeah, you're a sorry son of a. And I be.
Oh, you better not say that. I'll show you real sorry.
So, what kind of girl are you looking for?
I don't know. I feel like that's really kind of open-ended. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was That's why it was really generic. You're saying give a generic response, but I don't know, like what's qualities that you look for. I don't know. Have common sense. Have self-respect. I don't know. I feel like it's really just, basic and essential.
But what's
it's
basic
not
and
basic and
essential
to everybody, so I guess it doesn't make sense. But yeah.
There is some things that you might not want to settle less than. Like for me, when I was going through my dating process, and my mom made me write it out, your grandma made me write it out. But I knew I wanted a family man. I needed somebody who was going to support my dreams. I needed somebody who was going to be a hard worker. I needed somebody who was going to be a great father figure to the children. I wanted somebody who can get along with all the family members and we can all be together and socialize, have a good time. I wanted somebody who loved me for me. Like I didn't want to change. You know what I mean? I just want you to love me for me, of who I am and what I do, just me. No matter what. If I have 18,000 strands of hair that goes past my kneecap to only have one strand of hair that only goes over here, that's what I want. Oh, thank you.
You want to say hi to what you cooking?
Hi, what you cooking?
Wait, where you wait, everybody wait.
Oh. Woo. So, I mean, so when I ask what type of person, those are the kind of things I'm looking for. Not like, does a person got to be this color or tall?
No,
I'm just saying, what do you want somebody to be?
Talk about personality type. What's their makeup? You know.
Yeah, because that could be general to a lot of people. That should be for anybody. Like, these are things, because those are the qualities that I wanted all the time. Said Roach.
Oh, that's the name. What you cooking?
Oh, what you cooking, Roach? I wish I was cooking something. How that's your name? Now I gotta check you out on your page. I gotta check your page out so I can remember what you do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Whoever, all the people out here, we gotta get their names and then one of them I'll do a shout out.
Oh, that's what we do.
That's a good idea, don't you think?
Do like a little.
And they give it a shout out, yeah.
Like a raffle type thing.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
I don't know. We got some people on there to do for shout out. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying when you do, because it is like personality wise, or you know what I want.
I feel like supportive. I could really say what I do like. I feel like I can say what I don't like easy.
What don't you like?
What don't I like? I don't like. I don't mind people being negative, but like negative to like. Ooh.
Always got something negative. They can't see the positive.
Like you can't.
Yeah.
Like you just ooh. Like it's just ooh.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I agree.
And I could be a negative, like negative in like every situation.
Yeah, but all the time.
And I feel like, I mean, you want someone to be honest with you, tell the truth. I don't mind, like, yeah. I can see, like, white lies or something like that. But, like, ooh, you would ideally want no lies, but I can understand, you know, like, a lie here and there. But, like, ooh, like, lie, like, you can't even trust. I feel like that's a problem.
Why do you think y'all should write down what y'all would want in your person? Even if you're married, what did you want in the person that you were with or you want to be with?
Yeah. So, yeah, just, I feel like it really is basic stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't mind people having attitude too, but I feel like everything really comes down to that person as well.
Well, it goes off that personality too.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
that
I mean?
personality, that's why I feel like it's kind of difficult too, because I feel like you would make a lot of compromises, or not a lot, but you would make compromises depending on, because you're not going to have that perfect person. So if I was with somebody who was like, I don't know, they're all well-rounded personality, but then they just have this one thing that's just like, oh, I just hate that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't tell them that I hate that, but I'd be like, I would ask them why do they do that, for one. Like, why do you do that? I wouldn't say it like that, but we'd have that discussion. Why do you do that? And then,
one thing a lot of people don't know why they do half the stuff they do.
Yeah. I feel like, the best thing I can really say just about the whole personality thing, everything that I do that's annoying, I don't want that person to do.
Oh.
So everything people say.
So you need somebody who can compliment you.
Yeah.
So you're a procrastinator, so you need somebody to be a go-getter to help you be a go-getter.
I feel like that's the thing, like not a complete opposite, but the opposite.
So where you guys can grow together and be successful in something.
Yeah. Even
in your relationship.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Cause we both procrastinating, we ain't no good to each other.
It's gonna be stuck. It's gonna be a boring, stuck relationship.
Yeah, and then you don't get to grow. So you need somebody who can push you.
That's the best part of the relationship. Probably.
Yeah. You don't need nobody to push you like your auntie do, but you need
Oh
somebody
God,
to push you.
no. That's for you. That's your job.
What? Did you hear that? He's talking about your mama.
What you mean?
Please don't talk about my mother.
Oh my goodness.
I had to get him, y'all. Did you know that was wrong? Oh, God, no. That was real.
I didn't even mean to say it like that.
Ooh, no, you meant to. That's why your butt really ain't getting no cookies. Who's God know that?
Now we on.
That was wrong.
We on that. Oh, geez. You keep bringing up this cookie stuff.
No, you ain't. That was rude.
I don't feel like that's fair. You
But did you think what you said was rude?
I do say it was rude, but it wasn't that rude.
It wasn't rude.
You said you don't. I
say you wouldn't want nobody to push you as
I
much
was
as your
disagreeing with
auntie.
you.
Oh God no! Oh God no!
I was disagreeing with you.
No, that was a big agreement.
I just want people to understand that's when.
Oh, shut up!
I was agreeing with you.
No.
I wasn't opposing your belief right there. I was all the way with you, all the way.
No.
You know, I was being supportive.
No. No, that was not being supportive at all.
Oh, I feel like you're.
I mean, your whole body went, ooh, God no!
You're still on this.
I am. It's the way you said it. Like, dang.
No, I feel like that's definitely. But yeah, somebody, gotta have a little bit. I ain't gonna say percentage of it because you already know something.
Because you are something.
Cause oh God, no.
And then the whole body, oh God no. Like, wait a minute. Like I'm that bad, shoot. I'm just trying to help you be a better person than you are. Oh God no.
No, it's not even like that.
Whatever.
Don't take no offense to that. Don't take no offense to that.
It's too late. I take total offense to that. Yes. Yes, I do.
It was just in the moment, you know. You caught me off guard with that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you caught me off guard. I didn't think about it for a second, and I was like, oh, you know. Like, I was just agreeing with you, like I said before.
I'm done with you.
So the cookies are.
No.
When do the cookies get
No, because you ain't getting shit. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna tell you when I make some more. You just won't ever know.
Wow.
It's gonna be a memory that you just forgot.
That's terrible.
Everybody else gonna be knowing about the cookies except for you.
That's actually terrible. Those cookies are too good.
Well, you won't know.
What?
You won't know. Oh God, no.
You really gonna hold that against me?
Oh, I am. Every time you say something, oh God, no. I'll make some pork chops. Can I have some? Oh God, no. Meat pie. Oh God, no.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yes.
No.
That's what I was meant to say.
No, you didn't.
You could rewind it. That's what I really did.
No, rewind it, and you be like, oh dang, I was very rude. I see why I ain't getting no cookies. I see now.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, ooh. Like I'm just attacking you for no reason.
It's not even like that.
Oh, it is. That's the way you put it.
It's not even like that, you know.
What's the next subject?
Very
You're
much.
on your phone.
Because he over here being bad.
So polite, very supportive.
That was not.
I was agreeing with you, being supportive. The whole stream seeing this.
And they saw how you went. Oh God, no.
That's beside the point. We can go over there. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Because apparently me and Eli is not getting along.
We can go over here.
You don't
That's
have any
such a strong
questions?
mom.
I did have a question. I did answer.
What other questions?
I was talking about y'all dating. I guess we're done.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm questioning now.
We talked about everything. Sex, dating.
We didn't really talk
We
about
didn't
sex.
talk about sex.
Do we need to talk about sex?
Well, nobody had a question.
Nobody has questions.
Oh, I have a question.
What?
Okay, what if you know somebody got an STD, but you like them? What you do?
If you know a girl has an STD and you
No,
like them,
guy, girl, anything.
a guy and girl have an STD but you like them.
Yes, because Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's some people that be in that situation.
You know, there's some people that has an STD. To me, that's something up to each individual person. Because I don't know if you ever know if the person is just out there, or if they just accidentally caught it by one person.
Oh, you're saying like you don't know if they clean or if they really.
I don't know if they're sexually active and just hitting it up with everybody, so they're gonna always have an STD.
Yeah.
Or if they was with their boyfriend and the boyfriend had STD, or they was with the girlfriend had STD, and that's what it is. But most STDs leave except for like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But you know, it's up to you if you want to be in that relationship that has an STD that can't go nowhere.
That's enough for me,
But I'm just saying, there's people
like
out there.
that.
Because you'd be amazed at how many people have those diseases that don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people you gotta be careful who you have sex with, because everybody's not gonna tell you they got these diseases.
They definitely. I feel like a lot of people don't.
Yeah, they don't, because they don't know how to tell you, because they don't want you to judge them, and they can really, really like you. And they can think, oops, you won't catch it, and then you catch it, and then you piss.
I asked like a couple of my friends that got a good, idea on that.
Mm-hmm.
It was all like they would not tell nobody if they had an STD.
See?
But I have to be honest, I don't know if I would either. I mean, that's kind of like a difficult conversation. I feel like you should out of respect.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna be having sex.
Yeah, I feel like you should just
because you're gonna just give it to somebody else because you don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah,
that's rude.
Really kind of.
You would be that type of person.
No, I'm saying like I.
You just said it. You said you would be that type of
No,
person.
I don't. I wouldn't be that type of person. Alright, I'm just saying like I can understand that perspective. I'm not wanting to do that, but at the same time, then it's like, why go that length, you know? Why do you do that?
Because you would be probably one of those people that don't tell.
I mean, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
I don't plan on getting one anytime soon.
Well, you could be with the cleanest person you think in the world. That don't mean they can't give you.
The thing is, though, right? If that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would not do that because then I'll be feel some type of way if someone give me STD.
Yeah, because he could be the person you lose your virginity to. The first person you date can give you STD.
That's what I'm saying. So if that happened to me,
you don't even have to have a whole sexual account to get the STD.
But then I would tell people because I feel some type of way. I'd be like, that's kind of cold. So you really don't have to worry about that. You know? Whether if I was that person or not.
I just don't know if I would have sex. I don't know if I would tell anybody because I probably wouldn't have sex.
That's what I probably wouldn't do. I feel so I feel like.
So I don't need to tell you we ain't gonna ever have sex. So there's no reason for me to tell you. Because I don't know because I don't want another disease. That would just really scare me from another disease.
Okay, so then what if you got on like an app or something that's just like for diseased people? What am I saying?
I don't want to be on the app with a whole bunch of diseased people. So I can definitely get another disease?
No. I'm just saying, well, it depends what disease you get to.
I don't want disease.
Someone not that, they're not that spreadable.
Yeah, I don't know. I can say right now, in my mind, I would not want to date anybody because I would be scared that not only would I give them the disease, that they would give me another disease.
It would be worse. That just,
So then I have 2 diseases I can't get rid of. And I'm not collecting diseases, you know what I mean? And that's the thing that I think is.
I feel like that's the road you could take though. Because I did ask that situation right with my friends. They would say they would just no longer care. They probably wouldn't pursue a relationship.
Everybody just have sex with everybody.
That's what they're saying they would.
Yeah.
They would just go crazy.
So that's hoish.
They don't care. They got a disease.
You putting like a ticking time bomb on it pretty much.
Yeah, you're giving everybody a ticking time bomb. And I don't want to.
Most diseases like make you stink, right?
No.
No.
Really?
You can be fine.
You can be fine.
I just
all I do is just smell. Only one that I know for a fact the name of the disease is like a yeast infection.
They smell.
I feel like they will be funky if you.
No.
Depending on if you have discharge and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But people have discharge now and it don't stink.
Yeah.
Oh, it don't smell good discharge.
Yeah.
It just smells like air.
It is just a discharge.
That is just liquid.
Well,
Why do you think people, their bodies get affected from having diseases? Because they didn't know they had a disease. It wasn't a smell. It wasn't. It's usually a pain that makes somebody go in. So if you don't get the pain that makes you go in, you won't know.
True.
And I'm talking about, you got genital warts, you got herpes, you got HIV. I don't know what other ones that stick to you that you can't get rid of, but I don't want any of those three.
That just sounds awful, right? I don't know.
Because like you can get crabs, you can get syphilis, you can get gonorrhea, chlamydia, but those got, you get a shot for that.
Yeah,
And
I feel
get
like
rid
the
of
visual
those.
effect too. I just wouldn't want to look at my man to be like,
Trichomonas, you can get all those diseases, but they have a cure. There's something that can cure that.
yeah.
But
People do it though, like when you can see, what is it called? Like when you like, I don't know, when it shows or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Flamed up or whatever.
Yeah, flaring up. Like I seen somebody's penis and it had like, looked like, them suction cup thingy things that stick to like, put your toothbrush on it or whatever, put it on your mirror. Like it looked like there was a whole bunch of those on his penis, and I was like,
was that herpes or genital?
I don't know. It was a video, and I was like, why? And he was having sex with a female, like she knew. And I was like, what in the world?
I don't need sex like that. I know you guys hear me talk about it frequently, but I don't need sex like that. Ever.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so say you're gonna have sex with a female or a male or whatever, and they don't smell the best. How would you, or even just like family members, how would you tell them that they don't smell, the best?
Hygiene. How you feel about that?
Not like that. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean like, yeah.
Your breath stinks. Oh, your armpit stinks.
No, like your vagina stinks. Your penis.
Oh,
stinks.
It depends on how well I know the person personally. If I know you well, I'm gonna come to you very sensitive. I'm gonna come. I don't have those. But if I did have, I had a brother that I had to tell that there was an issue with him, and I just went and got the supplies, and then I said, you know what, you my brother. I love you like that, and I just can't have you go out like this. Blah 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 blah.
Can't have you go out.
I can't have you go out like this. You're my brother. And then he said, thank you. We hugged, loved each other, and life went on.
I really just can't have you go out like this.
I just can't have you go like that.
That's one way to say it.
Because, when you talk about best friends or, family members type of things, I'm going to hold you accountable if you let me go out and don't say nothing. But if I was one of those people that going to get offended every time somebody tells me something, I just won't tell you because I don't got to deal with you being offended. Because I know some people that need some stuff, and I just ain't telling them because I don't want to hear your reason why you funky. I'd rather just let you be out there funky. If you tell somebody something, they always be in their feelings. Oh well.
That's fair.
It really depends on the person that you're talking to.
True.
She's just looking at herself like.
I was looking at the comments.
Yeah, I haven't moved.
I feel like, okay, you guys ready to wrap up this live?
Yeah, because you guys have me on here like that. Why are you looking at your physical watch?
We've been on here for a minute,
Say
haven't we?
hi, guys.
Look at my watch says. I got an Apple Watch, I got a Rolex.
Dang, you was up there. I like that Rolex.
You seen them diamonds? They be
Yeah.
dancing, honestly.
Show your Rolex. Look at that Rolex, y'all.
Ooh, look at this.
Okay,
You
this
see
is
the
the
VVS.
Apple.
Chill
This
out,
is the
chill out,
Rolex.
chill out. You're touching on it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about
Never
that.
seen one like that
No. Never seen one.
Mm-hmm. And I got an invisible watch too right here. Just boom, and it pulls the time.
Yeah, this is my Samsung product.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
You know Samsung product?
Oh,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
that one at home.
Well, I'm wearing my Samsung product.
Yeah.
I like it because if I push a button, the diamonds appear up.
Yeah, I know.
And then they go back down.
Mine
So
be
if somebody
doing
try
that
to
too.
steal, they'd be like, oh, no, that's not worth stealing. But then when I'm up, somewhere fancy, the diamonds just come out blinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that's really clean too. I seen. I want mine to do that too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go talk to my dude about that.
Yeah, that's how too. Because I'll be flossing, y'all. I would show y'all the diamonds, but I want y'all trying to get me.
No, she
I want you to try to get
moving
me.
discreet over here,
Yeah.
just like this.
Yeah.
This Rolex. I'm
Yeah.
wearing it right now because I'm showing out. But usually.
Yeah, he usually don't wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll
Bye.
I'll see you guys
You have a
next
good day.
Thursday. What time are we doing it next Thursday?
We're doing this every week.
Yes. Yeah, everyone.
Well, you didn't tell me that we was
I
having
don't know
sex
about
talk
every
when I
week.
had questions and stuff, but I don't have any questions.
Every other week, every Friday.
No, we don't even see each other on Friday.
Every Monday or Tuesday.
You just making up days.
Random. You'll see the notification.
Okay, we'll do it random, but it's once a week. Maybe not every Thursday, but once a week.
Possibly. Depending on schedule restraints.
I didn't hear you say
Depending on,
say it again.
there may be some
What? I didn't hear you.
marginal error.
What? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
But, yeah.
What'd you say?
Love and live.
What'd you say?
I like cookies.
You ain't getting none of those. You remember that.
Love and live each day.
As
Ain't
if.
nobody saying it. Come on.
Okay.
Everybody, love and live.
Love and live each day as if it were your last. I'm gonna say it.
Smooches.
But I'm gonna say it.
Smooches.
I'm gonna say it.
Smooches.
I'm gonna say it.
Smooches.
Get ready? Everybody say it. Ready and go. Love and live.
Oh, that's
Who's
cool.
everybody?
That's
You're not
3.
invited.
Let's go.
Okay.
Love and live each day as if it were your last.